Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be baking Pikachu Cupcakes and I have a special helper with me. Here is Dan.
Hi guys, how's it going?
But to bake, I think we need to have special baking outfits on because otherwise we'll get our clothes all messy. So are you ready, Dan?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1. That looks so much better, but Dan, you look like old Mother Hubbard.
Well, you got me a Junior MasterChef hat and it doesn't fit my bulbous head. What am I supposed to do? But I also want you to call me Matt from now on, okay?
Why Matt?
You know, Matt Preston, MasterChef. That's who I am. That's me today.
Alright. So guys, I got the recipe for these cupcakes online. I'll link it to you below. I have changed it a little bit just to make it a little bit more Pikachu-y, but you can check that out, and here's what you'll need. So we have a big bowl here ready to go, and first we need to put in 2 cups of self-raising flour. So Dan, do you want to measure that out? And I put a sieve on top of the bowl so that we can sift it because apparently it's a science.
We have a cup.
Is that right, Daniel?
That's right. It's definitely a science.
I'm one of those people that just like chuck stuff in. I'm pretty good at cooking, but baking I'm not good because I don't like to follow the recipe.
Remember that time we made your birthday cake and it turned out horribly? And you went birthday cakeless?
Alright, so that's 2 cups of flour, and I'm just going to sift that into the bowl. And Daniel, while I'm doing that, how about you measure out 3/4 of a cup of caster sugar. Oh, and guys, also you need to have your oven preheated to 180 degrees Celsius. I'm not sure what that is Fahrenheit, but you'll have to Google that if you are in a Fahrenheit-y country.
Are you sponsored by Home Brand?
I'm not sponsored by anyone. I wish. I'd be raking in those dollars.
Seriously?
That YouTube money.
Imagine all the free $1 caster sugar we can get.
Alright, so that's 3/4 of a cup of milk in the bowl. And what's next? 125 grams of butter, melted and cooled, which I did prepare earlier. So in it goes. And then 2 eggs. So do you want to put them in?
It's just to beat them.
It says nothing of the sort. Just put them in. I ain't got time to beat no eggs.
What if shell goes in this? Are you going to yell at me?
Yeah, don't get shell in there.
Oh god, the pressure.
Oh!
That was close, man. I'm the star of the show, so can you deal with that?
Yeah.
Hand to your system.
So I just forgot that I'm actually wearing a Yummy Mummy apron. This is the apron I always wear in the kitchen. Like, I got it on, you know, after Mother's Day, and there's like all of that bargain Mother's Day stuff. I thought it was really funny to buy this Yummy Mummy apron, so I did, and I have no kids. I'm not a mummy, but
you're well prepared now, though.
I'm well prepared with the apron. And it says 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence, but I mean...
Wing it, mate.
Well, that was a bit too much. I like vanilla essence. I think it tastes really good.
Mix?
Yeah, you can start to mix it up.
Do we have electric beaters? I don't like getting my hands.
Yeah, we do, but I mean...
Look at these. This is from avoiding manual labour market.
Alright, and to make this kind of Pikachu, we have yellow food colouring. So I thought we could put that in and make the cupcake yellow, so when you bite into it, it is yellow. So I'm going to put some of that in.
That was a lot.
I put a bit in. Oh, it wasn't that much. I know that when you do bake cakes and cupcakes with food colouring in, it does kind of dull the colour. So maybe if you could get like gel food colouring, it would be better, but I could only find the liquid ones, so I'm going to put a little bit more in even.
This is very Pikachu. I like it. Uh-oh, you made it more raunchy. Yeah. This is very orange.
Daniel's a bit rubbish at this, so I'm going to give it a go. Looking better already, if I do say so myself. So this is how it's looking so far. I think it's a pretty good Pikachu colour. Like, it's a little bit more Raichu, but I think once it bakes, it might be golden. Like, not literally, but like, it might be good to go.
You know what it looks like?
What?
It looks like the exact colour of that sand from those diamond tickets you watch.
Oh.
Do you think there'll be like a little...
Do you think there's a diamond in here?
No, there's gotta be like a thunderstone or something.
It looks like mustard.
It doesn't play mustard.
Alright, Daniel, if you want to keep stirring that, I'm going to get the patty pans and put them into a thing to make it easier to cook. So I've gone ahead and gotten a muffin pan. Now this just helps to not let the patty pan slide all over the tin. But if you don't have this, you can just use a flat one and it will work just as good. But I use this and it just helps in the oven. By the way, if you are a kid or can't use an oven, perhaps get a parent's permission or ask a parent for help because the oven can get really hot and it's easy to burn yourself. Do they call them patty pans all over the world?
Yeah. I don't think so.
What do they call these in your country? Let me know in the comments below. It's because we call them patty pans.
I feel like that's a very Australian thing.
What does it say on the packet? Yeah, it says patty pans. So, I don't know. If you call them something different, let me know.
In Britain, they call them cake pans.
Do they?
No, they sure don't, eh?
Why did you say that?
It's funny. Cake pans. It's hilarious.
I don't get it.
Because the cake goes in and it's like it's little pants.
Oh, cake pants.
Yeah, what do you think I said?
Cake pans.
No, cake pants.
10 out of 10. Alright, so the mixture is all mixed up. It's nice and yellow.
I love it. It looks very Pikachu.
It looks really cool, like mustard, but still cool. So we're going to put these into the patty pans.
Oh,
Here you
I'm
go.
helping.
Yeah, of course. Alright, we have filled all of the patty pans. There's about 2 tablespoons of mixture in each one. And now we're going to put them in the oven for about 12 to 15 minutes, depending on when they are golden brown or when like you put a skewer in it and it comes out clean. So we're going to put them in the oven now and we'll be back when they are taken out and they are cooled. Alright guys, so they are all cooked and they have cooled as well for about half an hour, so they are completely cold and ready to ice. So while they were in the oven, they did kind of rise up a little bit. But to fix that if you wanted to, you don't have to, but you can actually just cut the top off to make it flat and easier to work with. So right now we're going to work on the icing that's going to go underneath the fondant. Alright, so what is going to make this a little bit more Pikachu-y is underneath the fondant there is going to be a shocking layer of icing.
No, what is it?
Well, I'm going to mix vanilla icing with popping candy. So when you eat it, it will be a nice surprise.
It even says shockingly tasty.
So I was feeling pretty lazy when I went to the shop and I actually bought pre-made icing. But if you are game enough, you can make your own. It's pretty easy. It's just icing sugar and butter and you can whip it up. There's a few other methods to do it as well, but that's a pretty good one. You can add some colouring in it as well if you want. Okay, so to make this popping candy icing, all you're going to need is your icing, which is either pre-made or store-bought, whichever you felt like on the day, and put a large amount in the bowl. Just however much you think will cover the cupcakes. We only need a thin layer because you don't want too much icing really on the cake. And once the icing is in the bowl, then you can grab the popping candy and just sprinkle it into the icing and mix it together. Dan?
That looks gross.
While you're mixing, I'm going to taste test the icing.
Why are we using a knife for this?
So I don't have more dishes.
Alright.
What taste? I'll tell you what,
This looks like really...
homemade is definitely better. Like, you can definitely taste the difference between the shop bought and the homemade.
There we go. It's delicious. It tastes like soft serve.
Once it's all mixed up, it should just look something like this, just white with a few little coloured speckles in there. So if your cupcakes came out of the oven nice and flat like this one did, then you can go ahead and ice that with this popping candy icing straight away. So Dan, you can go ahead and do that. But if it is a little bit curved like this one, then you can just chop the top off. But again, be careful if you are not old enough to use a knife by yourself, get parents' help. And so you have a nice flat top like that, and then you can ice it straight away. So this is what it will look like when it has the thin layer of icing on the top. This is the one that was cut off on the top, so you can't even tell. And it's going underneath the fondant, so there you go. We're gonna go ahead and ice the rest of these, and then we'll be back. So now that all of the cupcakes have been covered in the icing with the popping candy, we are now going to roll out the fondant. Now, the yellow is going to be for like the whole circle of the cupcakes. So roll out the yellow first.
How thick or thin do you want it?
Probably about 1 millimeter thin.
Yep.
So for anyone who doesn't have the metric system, I'm not sure what a millimeter really equates to, but you want it quite thin. So once you have quite a thin layer of the fondant, you want to grab something like a cookie cutter or a glass or something that you can make a circular shape into the fondant. And then you're just going to press it into it and make the shapes. Once you've got enough circles, then you can pick them up. You can use like a spatula or something to get them off the bench. I'm going to use a knife. And once you've got your circles, then you can get a cupcake and just put it straight on the top.
Can I do one too?
Yeah. So that it just covers that icing nicely. So now at the top of it, instead of having the icing, it's got the fondant on top. And now we're going to zoom you in and we're going to decorate.
Can't wait. Let's do it.
I didn't have the artistic ability of picking it up. Oh no. Crisis. If I mix red and white, will I get pink?
Yes.
With that white icing over there. Oh god. It looks like a Christmas tree. No, it looks like Rudolph nose. Oh. That's not good. That's not what we're after at all. When you look at this, what does it remind you of?
Extra.
Might be a tongue.
So if you want something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here I am,
Glistening pupils, guys. Glistening.
laying under palm trees, waiting for the summer, knowing there's nowhere to
That's full Pikachu, mate.
'Cause
Nearly finished, guys. Nearly finished.
silent, wanna be my fondant. I don't
Yours is like really well put together. Mine looks like a bloody second grade art.
Alright, we finished decorating the cupcakes! Yay! So here's a close-up of what we decorated.
Usually you save the best for last, Danny, but I guess today we're rolling with the best one first.
So that's Dan's Pikachu Cupcake. And here is my Pikachu Cupcake. And it has a surprise tail at the back. And then this is the cupcake that I made that we are going to eat, so that we don't wreck our lovely Pikachus. Alright Dan, are you ready to taste test the cupcake? Alright Dan, are you ready to taste test the cupcake?
Can't wait. Hope the hours of slaving were worth it.
Alright, I'm going to cut open this one that doesn't have his face on it. I'll cut it in half. We'll have half each.
That's a real good cut.
Thank you. This is definitely a Pikachu colour.
Okay.
Alright, you ready?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1.
Our palate is overwhelmed with the deliciousness.
Oh, the
Not
popping
bad.
candy.
Yeah. I like that.
The popping candy is really good.
It's shock in my mouth.
Oh my goodness. So guys, in the comments below, vote for whose cupcake you think was the best. Either Daniel's or mine.
Vote for me, guys. Even though it's Danny's channel, we all know I'm better.
So we'll both be reading the comments to see who won the competition. So thank you to Daniel for helping out with the video.
Thanks, guys.
And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!
Bye.